I bought a Carhartt shirt because I heart cars, but it's a fucking farmer shirt.
Yeah, that would have been if it was in 2010. And now it's for all the trendy folk out of LA. That's what wears the Carhartt.
Yeah, you're right. Honestly, I just got it because it fits good. They have
Carhartt
actual
fits great.
sizes. But.
Welcome back to the MartiniWorks Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening in or you're watching, thank you so much for the support. A lot has changed in the last 7 days, and we're going to be talking about it over the next hour. Oh, yeah. Everything's changed.
Okay.
Everything has changed. The first thing that's changed, though, early birds. We had our second event. Gels, how was it?
Dude, second event, early birds. We have parking lot. People could park and they didn't have to like park all the way over in Timbuktu and walk through the gravel. No, it was super cool.
Cars.
So it was like, I would say like our first one kind of like did like our builds, right? Like it had our cars in here. It was like a grand opening of the space. This one was like, I would say like our first like themed event where we wanted to focus it around like drift cars. So we had Corey Talaska come in with his pro car. He also had his like street car out there as well. We had Jackson with his S13, looked absolutely incredible. We had some other drift cars show up and kind of scattered around the lot here. And it was really awesome. It was a beautiful day. We had a lot of people show up, a lot of people, you know, parking out there. We were able to walk around and like do some content with them in the cars. And dude, it felt great. It felt really awesome.
Yeah, we had like, I think we had, it said 395 people like interested or going. We only posted about it a couple times. The goal is for it to not be a massive thing. We want it just to feel very like authentic and personable and local. You know, one of the big things is as we grow, we never want to lose our roots in terms of where we are here because we are in Wisconsin. We're not in California. We're not in Texas. We're not in Florida. We're not near much of anything.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wyoming. We're not in any of those.
Can't show up to work on time, but knows states from A to Z.
Alphabetical order on the fly. Didn't even have to think about it. How long did it take you to learn that? And why do you know that?
Anyway.
So that was really fun. That was really great. And it's outside of that, Dakota, what did you think about it?
Dude, I loved it. It was so cool getting to connect with people, talk with people. That's why I like it. And it has that like cars and coffee feel, but better, you know? And I like that we're kind of keeping it small because when things get big, it gets hard to keep that feel, you know what I'm saying? But the right people showed up, which is what makes awesome. There were such unique builds. It was really cool getting to talk to Corey Talaska with his E36 because I have Toyota with BMW engine, but he has BMW with Toyota engine. So I feel like we just had this rivalry and we were going to fight. No, I'm just
Natural
Corey is
enemies.
the nicest guy ever, and his car makes 1,000 horsepower. So obviously very intriguing.
Yeah.
But seeing the type of cars that showed up and everyone's in such a good mood. I don't know what it is because I hate waking up early, as you know, but like coming to that event and being up early in the morning, having a coffee, chatting with people, it's more chill. I don't know if everyone's still trying to wake up, so it's just naturally like
everyone's like
laid back and on a
good.
Sunday. But yeah, the vibes. Oh, I feel like ugh.
No, it was great.
I don't like to say that, but like it just felt right. It felt really good.
Yeah.
Don't touch that wire.
Hello?
It's this one.
I think it's near the
Oh, is it down there?
there. No, don't touch it. No, don't touch it at all.
Not touching anything outside of the bottom of this. One of the really crazy things is it continues to grow and change. If y'all are in the Midwest area and you're bored at the end of July and you want to come to one, we'll actually be hosting our early birds at Road America during the Grid Life Festival.
We're blowing up, baby. We're blowing up. Two events.
How do we top that one?
Of the final day. So we're actually partnered with Grid Life for the Road America
So
Festival, which is definitely a dream of mine since I was a teenager, since starting WCC, since starting Meta Martini. I've always wanted to partner with Grid Life to do something. And Chris and the team and Dustin and the Meta Martini team got together and made some magic happen. So we're working with them on some stuff for the festival, which is killer, absolutely kick-ass. But then we're also going to be hosting a small little MartiniWorks space where we're going to do our early birds there. If y'all have not been to a Grid Life event, You need to go to one.
I haven't been to one, unbelievably.
Especially Road America. It's like the top 2 things you could possibly smash together. They're gonna have like Deadmau5 there.
I was gonna say, isn't it?
Yeah,
they say Deadmau5 is gonna be.
It's a heavy hit event.
Yeah, it's got like there's people that go just for the music and not the cars at all, and then they just
100%.
happen to come across the cars and like, oh, this is kind of rad. And then the car people who don't care anything about music go for the cars, and then the night festivals will happen. Like, this guy's actually pretty good, and all of a sudden these like 2 audiences mix, and it's what makes Grid Life so freaking special.
It's gonna be insane. You guys need to come to it.
it's
If you're gonna, drive up for one, this is the one to drive up
It's
for.
literally Forza Horizon.
Yep.
Honestly, it really is, which is really exciting, which only adds more pressure to the fact that that car needs to be done.
Yeah.
And that car needs to be done.
Yeah,
and
this
then we
one-
have another car that's not revealed that needs to be done. There's a lot of cars that need to be done.
I'm on the
your car
verge.
needs to
I'm
be-
on the verge of being
redone.
overwhelmed with cars that need to be done because the
know,
Gloria
dude.
also needs to be done because it made a weird noise on Friday. And
You came to me with 3 more build ideas this morning.
Am I the problem?
Yeah, dude,
I'm getting overwhelmed. I have too many project cars. They're all in the air. They're all broken. They all need to be done. We should build a C5.
Well, now Joe spoiled the surprise.
Exactly.
That's the new car that we have.
Shocking.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, it should be fun. Yeah, this weekend we got the Drift Mansion. We'll be going to that.
That's gonna be
which is really
crazy.
exciting. 10-hour drive, which is not fun, but
Bad. For Wisconsinites, that's like a.
it's okay.
Within 10 hours? We got cool stuff within 10 hours? Let's
I
go.
feel like I start getting annoyed with the drive when it's over 15.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh.
For me, it's 12 because that's half a day.
Yeah, but it's 10 hours of towing. It's a little different. Yeah. It's a little longer when you got to tow.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
you
well-
can go, what, 65?
Well, you
And
got
that thing? Yeah.
You got the fucking rig to do it now, so
Yeah, if y'all have not seen, we probably actually just dropped the video series. My wife bought the C4500 from Transformers, and the video dropped. It's really exciting. But yeah, she's learning to tow today, actually, with Dustin. Dustin's going to teach her how to hook it up and how to back up and how to do all that sort of good stuff. So then, yeah, we're going to do that for 2 hours, and then we're going to take a 11-hour maiden voyage with the car in the back.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I learned recently?
What's that?
How to repair a curbed wheel. And it's way easier than what I thought, to be honest with you.
Talk to me.
Oh,
So if you live under a rock, and I haven't brought it up before and you heard it, I curbed my TE37s a week after purchasing the most expensive wheels I ever have in my life. Finally,
Icon.
yeah, I sold a set of wheels. A local guy bought them. He had an A90 Supra, and he messaged me. He's like, "Bro, is your wheel still curbed?" I was like, "Yes," and I really need to fix it. He's like, "I know you want to just bring it over. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna knock it out." So I drove over to his place, and he kind of does it as a side hustle. And dude, he just had like a drill and then different bits on it on the end that were like sanders. And you just start with a high grit, or I guess it would be low grit, right? That's more coarse.
yeah.
And then work to a high grit. And then, he had a little paint gun and he had a card, and we just sanded it down, got her smooth. Dude, you cannot even tell. It blew me away.
It was crazy. It was wild too because you were sending me some photos to it too. You just literally drove over, didn't even have to take the wheel off the car.
No, he left the wheel
Like,
in the car.
let alone taking like the tire off or anything to do. It's just like, no, just keep it on the car.
Yeah. So it 100% is something you could do by yourself too. So if you did the dirty and touch the wheel to the Kirby, you can.
That's a shirt. If you
Don't touch wheel to Kirby.
Don't do the dirty. Don't touch the wheel to the Kirby. Live by that, you'll be all right. But if you did, it's way easier to fix than what you think, unless they're like really fucking gouged out.
If it's like bent.
Yeah.
if there's metal missing, he can't make the metal come back.
No,
but he can make the metal kind of flow back.
But I gotta say, it's like I had like my bald spot filled in. Like my confidence is through the roof now.
right?
Yeah, I feel so much better.
He's the wheel Rogaine man.
Yeah,
No, I'm glad you got that fixed because it looks
me
really good.
too. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
that's
appreciate it.
awesome. What's new with you? You brought Blarg car here.
did.
It's
It moved.
already leaking stuff.
Barely. I'm not the one with the pan full of oil under it right now.
That was different.
Yeah, okay. Is it though?
Say like the Gloria don't leak, the S2K don't leak.
That's 2K don't leak no more. There's nothing left to leak.
Yeah, all cars leak something.
Come on in, Carissa.
Ooh, we got lunch.
Oh, our lunch came.
Let's go.
This is the
Lunch
best part of the
delivered
day.
at the shop.
We had a really great June, and we want to thank everybody for supporting Martini Works. If you guys are looking for car parts, ModyourCarMartiniWorks.com. We actually got to celebrate because we hit some of our little internal targets for June. So we got some Qdoba. That's what you're hearing in the background.
Yeah, Dakota got his wheel fixed, so we're celebrating.
Yep, that was our target.
He finally did his oil change, and we're celebrating. That's
yes.
the real. That's
This is
the
the
real killer.
biggest bag of Qdoba I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they always deliver in large
Qdoba's
quantities.
catering is really good, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, and it's still the best value you can get out there.
And
If your
for-
name is Billy N, Hugh T, Dan W, Michael F, David P, Logan H, Moises J, thank you so much for supporting the Martini Works podcast. It means the absolute world. Josh F, Cody B, Driver M, Logan H, Blaze G, Chris N, Anthony C, thank you so much. It means
Thanks.
thanks. I
That's
think
so
that was
dope.
the list. There's
love-
definitely people I missed. I'm so sorry.
One of my favorite things is looking through the orders and seeing what people are ordering because you guys are getting such dope parts.
Yeah.
Like, I love the fact that I'm jealous of what you guys are
Yeah,
getting.
absolutely. I saw an order come through, and it was Work ZR10s, DWS06 pluses, and then it was BC Racing coils, and it was all together on one build. It was for
You guys and
GR86. I was like,
gals.
damn.
You guys and gals love work ZR10s.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
been really popular. I also seen Graham lights come through with Extreme Contact Sport 02s.
Yep.
Dude, that's going to be a 6-up. I think it was for a Subaru. So,
Yeah, we just got pictures of that, actually. It looks really good.
yeah, we'll post that. You'll probably see it on the feed. Well, you probably already have seen it on the feed.
We also
we
saw
move
somebody
quick.
pick up a set of Stage Knights for his Nissan. I think it was a
Nice.
350Z or 370Z. Those looked really good.
I want to
too.
get a set of those for Blard Car.
Blard car would look good on some Knights, in my opinion.
Alex, tell the story of
Oh, boy.
the Work and Vossen collab.
Oh.
I think that's super interesting because I was going to ask you what's your dream set of wheels, but I think we've briefed over
Yeah.
that. But there's a really interesting collaboration on a set of Works. He touched it. I watched him.
God damn it. I'm so sorry. Hello?
Okay, you're good. You're good. Send it.
Okay. Okay, this is the final time. No touching. So, yeah, a lot of people don't know this story that Vossen and Work Wheels actually worked together on a series back in the day. I want to say 2015 is when it happened, give or take a year. Essentially, Work was trying to make some sort of series that was larger in size that could really accommodate this like growing Genesis USDM style build. And so they came out with a very specific lineup of wheels with Vossen designing the faces and then Work kind of helping with the technology elements of the wheel. So it's still a Work-made wheel designed by Vossen. And the wheels were sick. They were like the coolest looking wheels. They were like VSV1s or something like that, VSV2s.
Is that the name of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the big problem is they were so outlandishly expensive, nobody bought them. And then they just discontinued them. But the
gonna say, I've never
wheels
heard of that.
were so cool, man. Like the wheels were like the design elements of it were killer. And Work has done that before, where Work has collabed with different.
That's
I was
really
just
surprising.
about to ask you,
Yeah.
is there any other wheel brands you can think of that have collaborated like that on a wheel?
Rohana and Liberty Walk have an active collaboration right now too.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
We're
so
pretty close
they
with
have like
Rohana.
6 different designs, I think it is. So all of Liberty Walk's cars for 2023 and 2024 all feature Rohana multi-piece.
That's
forks.
a
That's why
baller
dude, like,
collaboration.
anytime we went to like their booth at SEMA, they
They have
always had
Liberty
like the
Walk.
craziest
That makes
like
sense.
Liberty
now.
Walk
Okay,
cars.
now
Yeah.
I'm putting 2 and 2 together.
Which is awesome. That's a super neat
I
collaboration.
want to collab with Liberty Walk.
Yeah. What would you collab on?
I'd fucking call it Liberty Run. And I'd
better.
park my car by Statue of Liberty.
The VWS 1 and the VWS 2 were the name of these.
Show me.
wheels, And VWS
They are
3.
good looking.
Oh,
wheels.
dang.
They look better on a car.
Yeah. Big lip.
I can definitely see the Vossen inspiration
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, 100%. It's neat that, dude,
awesome.
Vossen used to be the fucking wheel, like mid 2000s, you know, fucking mid 2000s. What the fuck am I saying?
How old are you?
Like, I'm saying between early 2000s
When
and right
Dakota
now.
was watching Ben 10, his dad was buying Vossen
Listen.
wheels.
I never watched Ben 10.
Oh, yeah, you're
Okay.
careful.
All right, I watched the Jackie Chan cartoon. I can't remember the name. That was sick. You remember what I'm talking about? With
Ben 10 still better.
Jackie Chan had a cartoon.
He
Jackie
did.
Chan is fucking dope. Jackie Chan has an Evo collection.
He also
Didn't
had
watch
his
no Ben 10.
He also had his own Mitsubishi edition version that Mitsubishi made because Jackie Chan had a Mitsubishi in one of his very first films, and he's always been a Mitsubishi fan. So he signed on to Mitsubishi
Even
at the
today?
beginning. Yes. And
it's
he's
not
been
involved.
running Mitsubishis in almost every single movie that he's been in. So if he's like the primary actor in the movie, it's almost always
Not rush hour.
Mitsubishis. Yeah, because they're in a black Porsche or something, aren't they?
No, you're thinking of fucking
Bad Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
You're
like,
thinking of Will Smith. He hits people.
He hit somebody one time.
yeah, but it was pretty iconic.
Yeah, no, we're getting
He
mixed up.
punches aliens in the face.
I can't remember what Chris Rock was driving, but it wasn't a fucking Evo.
But was Jackie Chan driving it?
At some point,
I don't believe you.
he couldn't touch his radio. I love the Rush Hour movies. Those are some of my favorite. Jackie Chan's a gangster. That dude, he does all his own stunts. So, I think that settles the Evo versus STI debate, honestly.
Yeah, just
Jackie Chan doesn't drive a fucking STI.
Nope.
You didn't see him at WRX.
Produced 50 special editions of the Evo 6 with the request. It had different carbon fiber pieces, Jackie Chan's signature all over the detailing.
That's wild.
It had a little bit of a different kit on it. Yeah, look at our boy.
Okay, so our next build,
Yeah, that's
Mr.
sick.
Mr.
our next
Chan.
build is going to be a Jackie Chan Evo.
There you go.
Hard.
He's sick.
And then the license plate could be Rush HR or something. Rush Hour would be fucking.
It's
dope.
one of those movies
Fuck
where
the
you
vet.
watch now and you're like, I just don't know this movie could be made again.
I feel like that's a lot of movies from that era.
Yeah, Jackie Chan was a great.
What's
Still
another
funny.
celebrity that has an actual dope car collection?
Paris Hilton.
Really?
What is that? Wait, is it just luxury cars or is it actual cool cars?
I would say they're more luxury cars, but she has
but are
had
they
some
good
cool ones.
taste? Is it good taste?
Some of them are. I mean, obviously, some of them are really pink, but Paris Hilton is one.
Doesn't Mr. Bean have a bunch of crazy cars?
He's actually a driver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Race
right.
car
Yeah, he's a
driver.
race car driver.
Mr. Bean.
Malcolm in the Middle, he races.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Frankie Muniz.
Frankie
NASCAR
Muniz.
driver now.
Never
Yeah.
Malcolm in the first, never Malcolm in the last.
He's always in the middle of the pack.
He's always 12th place. Is that the middle? How many people?
How many
people are in
NASCARs
a
are there?
race? How many NASCAR? Is it NASCAR cars or is it NASCARs?
How many NASCAR
I think it's just
cars are
NASCAR. The
NASCAR.
series.
NASCAR backwards is NASCAR.
Thank you. Race car.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
there? I think we need to take a break.
We're gonna take a break, but not before talking about our sponsor, the MartiniWorks Podcast, Continental Tire. We've been able to spend a ton of time learning about those tires. We went down there and visited 2 weeks ago now, where we got to see the entire process from the raw ingredients all the way to the end, which was a really incredible process to learn. And one of my favorite things about Continental Tire is the fact that their product availability is huge. And when I was actually looking at what sort of wheels and tires to throw on a Honda Del Sol for a video that we just did, finding 15-inch tires is getting harder and harder.
Yeah.
But Continental actually had it in their Extreme Contact Sport 02,
Wild.
which is really fantastic.
It's so fantastic that they offer a huge warranty on their tires too. So if you guys haven't checked out that warranty program, this isn't some kind of BS warranty. This is a legit good warranty
Full.
to have on your tires, and it should help you have the confidence to get them because Continental's confident enough. There's a lot of cons going on here, but it's all pros, baby.
Oh,
You like that?
Ooh.
This guy had his sugar this morning.
Continental is confident enough. I had a G Fuel to give that warranty because they know that their tires are going to last. So
And what do you got to say about all that?
very good.
Gandhi.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't want to do it. I want you guys to do it.
Oh, okay.
I can't be the only one doing that shit.
We're going to take a small break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back.
That was really good. We took a
Oh,
We took a break longer than anticipated because when the Doba shows up, there's only a certain amount of time before it gets chilly quiet. Wake up, Alabama.
Can't eat Qdoba in a car. That would be too tough.
No,
yeah, that's a rough one. You see the size of those burritos?
Yeah, I tried eating Taco Bell in a car. It didn't work.
I can't remember the last time I even ate a full meal in the car while driving. But
Oh,
we've already
live a
talked,
little.
We've already talked about
Yeah,
it.
okay.
We've already talked about that.
Grow up.
What do you guys want to learn about today?
Yeah, tell me a story.
Another
Tell me an
story.
automotive story.
Yeah, I ate.
Like-
I'm ready for bed. Tell me a story.
Pimp My Ride.
Pimp My Ride? You want me to tell you about Pimp My Ride?
I mean, I know everything there is to know. about
Really?
Pimp My Ride.
Okay.
Everything. Okay.
Give us one
I want you to
fact.
tell me a story.
How about this? 2 truths and a lie about Pimp My Ride.
Oh, fuck. Okay,
All right.
let me think of some fun facts real quick.
Make them really fun.
Okay. Ludacris actually hosted one episode, and it was because Exhibit got hurt at a concert while he was performing.
Okay.
The other one is there was only one Hummer H2 ever on, and the owner immediately crashed it. And they decided because they put so much work and they lost so much money on it, they would never do another Hummer again. And that's why there's only one Hummer H2 ever in the show. And then the last one is they got sued bad because they put a fish tank in the back of a trunk. They drove it with the fish in it, and a bunch of them died. And it was like in the episode, and they left it. They were like floating, and behind the scenes, you could see it. And like animal activists and all that shit got into it. And Pimp My Ride got sued, and then they couldn't do any more animals.
Are you sure those ain't just 3 truths and 0 lies?
2 truths and a lie.
I don't know about the Hummer one because they always did stupid, like really clapped vehicles.
Yeah. Usually when Dakota goes into lying, he usually lies right away.
Oh.
First one is the lie.
Okay.
You know, I wasn't sure about that one either.
That's my.
I'm going to go with the Hummer one. I'm going to go with my gut.
They were all lies. But the fact that they could all be true says a lot about Pimp My Ride.
Shut the hell up, you fucker.
He got us. He got us.
That wasn't the game.
3 lies, no
The
truth.
game has very specific rules, and it's in the title of the game.
You put me on the spot.
Ah,
I guarantee you, everyone listening to was like, "Oh my, probably
I
that."
know.
But all of you had to think about because
I
all of
should've-
that shit could have happened.
I swear I've heard the fish tank thing.
You
before.
guys need to go in the comments before you heard what just happened and pick which one you think happened is true or whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, Pimp My Ride's not real.
No, that was all.
It was all fake. It was all staged. They ripped out almost all of the audio video equipment post video. A lot of times they did nothing mechanical to the vehicle, and then what would happen is they added so much weight into some of these cars that they blow the shocks, like during the development of the episode, and then they wouldn't replace it.
Nice.
They had the cars out sometimes for up to 3 months, where these people would have a car taken, and then they would have to find like a public way to get to and from their house to work and things.
talking like 2 words at a time.
I know. That's because I was burping on the inside, and I was trying really hard to finish the
The
sentence.
way exhibit was working on a car.
They rented a house that you will never actually see the inside of the house when they go to like announce. that
Okay,
they've been
but that's the one thing that
awarded.
was like partially real. Was their reactions were somewhat genuine. They knew someone was coming to knock on the door, but they told them it was like for like a commercial. They got a thing to be in a commercial, some shit like that. They didn't know exhibit was going to be actually coming to the door.
kinda
So
crazy.
that's
Yeah,
why,
but
like,
if it wasn't good enough,
they would make them do it again. Yeah,
Make 'em
they
do it
had to
again.
have a good reaction.
Yeah.
Same thing with unveiling the car. If they seen it and then they were like, "Oh, dope," they're like, "Why the fuck weren't you screaming? We're
yeah,
doing
do
this
it again.
Why did you not
the
start
cover
running
on.
around?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say you love fish and you're so happy that your GTI is now
Dude,
fish colored?
That's all TV. I don't know why we call out Pimp My Ride for that and act like the rest of TV
Yeah.
isn't like that.
That's true. That's true. They wanted to bring it back for a little bit.
Yeah, I keep hearing rumors that they're going to bring it
Who
back.
would be the best modern host of Pimp My Ride?
J-Lo.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, God, I couldn't see
Post Malone?
Jackie Chan.
that. I could see Post Malone. Jackie Chan. I'm trying to think.
I feel like Post Malone would do a really good job. It wouldn't be like I don't know if it'd be like
be
as
more
hype.
wholesome.
It'd be like wholesome
Wholesome.
and mellow, which
You
I feel like I would like more.
Post Malone would be like, so we brought in your 92 Camry and it was just sad. So I bought you 2 brand new Camrys
Pick
and
your color.
you can pick blue or brown. And if you don't like that, we can go to
That's
the dealership
awesome, man.
together
Hell
and I'll
yeah,
get you
man.
another one, man.
Congratulations. That's what it would be like.
You want to play some video games for the rest of the episode? That's how I feel Post
I'm
Malone.
not just spitting some out here because this is a very prestigious thing.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
just
Who you got?
frickin-
Who you got?
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe
You know what I'd love to see? Jeremy Clarkson.
Pimp My Ride.
To do like an episode. Like
I want his car to be pimped on Pimp My Ride, then get his reaction.
They should have done that for a Top Gear episode.
That would be so good. Sometimes when I go back to simpler times, I just like watch season 4 of Top
I
Gear.
think Ludacris honestly would be a freaking
Yeah, that would
he's
be a
kind
good
of a
one.
car guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, was Exhibit really a car guy or was
No.
he just a rapper that was a host?
No, he wasn't really a car guy. He liked cars, but he wasn't like into them. He was just a good personality.
Yeah.
Okay, so automotive story versus Pimp My Ride story.
I mean that's automotive.
You're right.
Pretty automotive.
It says it's my ride. PMR.
I'm so sorry.
All right, educate me, Alex. I know you got a million stories in that noggin. Give me an automotive story. Teach
So
me
the
about
most
something.
the most recent story that I have takes us back 40 years to the Dallas Grand Prix,
Okay.
1984.
All right.
Scorching hot, 110 degrees, blistering heat, but
Fuck
it's the
that.
80s.
Texas.
Yeah, but it's the 80s, so we don't get anything cool. Everything's hot and warm, and so
Cigarettes.
Yeah, lots of cigarettes.
Lots of cigarettes.
Lots of cigarettes, lots of racing, lots of America trying to make street circuits a thing, even though America didn't have good streets to run a street circuit on. So the FIA and Formula One decided to host the Dallas Grand Prix. They host it as a street circuit. It's blistering hot, and the track literally cannot stay together. It's that hot. So the
Melt in the
asphalt and the blacktop and the concrete was melting faster than they could repair it for the Formula One
Christ.
Grand Prix.
I'm just sitting here imagining being in a race suit and helmet, and I cannot
Yeah.
even. Okay.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Yeah, in the 80s, no less.
Smoking a cigarette.
So like the day before, because they were being greedy, they ran a race on the same track the previous day, completely tore up the track so badly that the actual drivers had to protest that they would not drive the following day if it didn't get repaired because they weren't gonna repair it. And it was so bad that the following day they got it all fixed, they got it all rocking and rolling. I think out of the 36 cars that were in the race, 18 of them crashed because of
Holy shit.
poor track conditions and the heat. Like people were getting
That's like
exhausted, dehydrated, things like that. And one of them was Ayrton Senna. He crashed, but he was pissed about it because if you know Ayrton Senna, he was one of the very few people who was like very well regimented as like a racing driver. He was very fit. He exercised a lot. He really took care of himself. He was considered just like a machine. And he went to his chief engineer and he's like, "There's something wrong with the track. Like there's something wrong with the wall. There's no way I crashed. Absolutely no way. Like you need to go check it out." And he's like, I can't do anything about that. He's like, "Go check the wall. That crash was not my fault." So they go to check out this wall where Ayrton Senna crashed, and they found that it had been pinched by like 4 millimeters to where Ayrton Senna crashed because there was a car a lap before that crashed all the way up the straight, hit the wall, and it ricocheted all the way back to pinch that corner of the track out just a little bit. And because he was running so fast and so consistently, the side of his car hit the wall. And that's why it's the story of Ayrton Senna and the moving wall.
Excuses.
Moving wall.
Excuses.
4
That was a
millimeters.
fluke.
4 millimeters. Are you sure? I mean, shit expands when it gets hot.
There ain't no way he.
Yeah, what do the
realized
boys
that
think?
Shit, I think that's a.
Bring it up to him.
I crashed and I didn't want to get caught.
What a crock.
I'm not buying that.
No?
I think it's a great story, but
Yeah.
and it made like everything might, but like I just don't.
Have
think
you
that he'd
seen
be
how
able-
close Formula One drivers
Yeah,
get
I
to
have.
walls?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I've seen like the up close like slow mo shots of like
They
like
get-
Max coming in and it's like just
They
that-
get
that
within like
front's,
2 millimeters. Like they
kissing-
have sensors on the corners.
But
like,
this is the 80s.
yeah, but even back
This is
then,
the 80s. There's 110 degrees, 4 millimeters of difference. Someone fucking farts in the wrong direction. It's gonna move 4 millimeters of difference.
I think it's possible. I think it's a real story. Chat, you'll have to let us know if you think it's a real story.
I
or
think it's a
not.
real story, and I think
That
it was
happened.
a coinky dink that they went out there and found something because their star race car driver was like, the track was not perfect, and they're like, they're like, fuck, we gotta go find something. They're like, yeah, the fucking wall, like this much. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, how would you even see that? How did they know?
How did they know what the spec of the
Yeah,
wall was?
yeah.
What does that mean? Like, what were they measuring? It was 4 millimeters from what?
Because they could see that it was pinched in.
Like,
The concrete barriers were pinched in. Instead of being straight, they were pinched in.
okay, all right.
Oh, so it was like 2 of them.
Yeah,
I guess
pinched
I see what you're saying. Just-
I would agree with you if I haven't seen the clips of how close those cars.
Right, yeah.
I don't
to
know a lot
guardrails.
about F1.
Because they
so-
get within, like, I remember there's because in the new F1, or at least last year, they had like sensors on the corners where they would actually measure the distance of the wheel to the car. And like Max Verstappen got within like 1/100th, pretty much almost touched it. Like he had to have touched it at some point. It was
That's
like
insane.
1/10 of a millimeter of
I
his
mean,
front
if that
right
is
wheel.
happening consistently and they do need to push it, I guess I could see that because, like, yeah, you catch
It's just so wild because it's such a minute difference that it's like that would never make but yeah, if you're running that consistent and that tight.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
I'm
going to
use that if I go autocrossing, I hit a cone. The cone moved
That was
at least
not
1
in the
millimeter
same
from the
spot.
last spot
Yeah.
that it was. That's why I kept hitting cones at the BMW Performance.
You guys want to hear me
Yeah.
say the states alphabetically again?
No,
You can't do that.
I know. It's not a skill that I learned. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I never learned that one either. You guys said it was like a song.
Speaking of which, though, speaking of driving cars on the track,
Yeah.
you guys don't make it look too appealing to have a car dedicated to
Oh
the track.
God, why?
What do you guys
Alex is on fire sitting back here for a month. You haven't been drifting all year practically.
I know.
What? It's even the point of these paperweights. Like, is it worth it, you think, to have a dedicated track
Have you
car?
been
There's some
talking to my
pros.
dad?
There's some pros and cons. There are some pros and cons of having a dedicated track car.
Is there anything, because like you picked this up, wanted to get into drifting, you went and drifted a bunch.
Yep.
Is there anything you didn't expect that's kind of happening? Or were you prepared for what's happening?
I was kind of prepared for what was happening. I didn't think it would all happen. I wouldn't say at once, but it's just like consistently, I expect to go out and like break stuff like at the track,
Yeah.
but it's like, it's more like on the drive home, I'm noticing things are rattling a little more and that's making a new noise. The pros and cons of having a dedicated like track car for something. Pros is that like you can just bring it out to a track and just fucking let loose. It's not your daily driver. It's not your show car. It's not like something you have to have dedicated.
You're ready
anything
for
else.
something to go
You're
wrong.
ready for something to go wrong. The cons of it is when something does go wrong, it's like, oh, it's a track car. I can wait to fix it. And
there it is.
Sits for fucking 2 months.
That's what
and
I
it's
was
like,
looking for.
Oh, I didn't need to fix it.
Yeah.
I don't drive it outside of the track. I guess I'll just do the next track day.
And then that keeps
And
happening.
then it keeps happening
Yep.
and happening. And then you're looking at it like, man, I haven't drove that car in 2 months. I should probably just fix it. But now the daily needs something. So I'm just going to go, and it's just like one of those things where it's like, because it's not necessary and because it is just like a car for the sake of being a hobby, like of driving. If it doesn't
take
fix,
priority.
you don't go drive it. And it's like, I'm not competing in anything. I'm just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I don't actually sit down and like dedicate the time to go fix it and fix what's wrong with it, it just doesn't get done.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think it's just a matter of taking a fuck ton of time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how else to explain it.
Everything takes time
And money.
and money. Yeah. No.
And a lot of it is unknown. Like, I think the biggest, probably the one tip I would give anybody that's like trying to build a full purpose, let's call it track car, is starting with a lower horsepower car out of the gate and doing everything else around it, like suspension and safety and things like that, is going to get you way more seat time than starting with something
100%.
that had a lot of horsepower but was a street car. Like, that was the big thing I've learned with the Honda S2000 is everybody has said it's a cool street car. Like, it's a terrific street car, but it's not a good race car. Like, the turbo K24 is a bad idea. Running turbo is just a bad
Puts you in a
idea right
huge,
now.
like, difference.
Yeah, they're like, the ECU that you have in there is a bad idea. Like, it's great for the street, but it's not great for the track.
Yeah.
And so what I'm realizing is going into it, building it for the street, and then turning it into a track car is almost like you're more cost effective starting from fucking bone stock and going into a track car right out of the gate.
Sure.
Like, building a car for the street and building the car for a track are not the same parts.
I got a good question. Then do you guys, because you both got modified vehicles that you bought with some modifications, kind of way it goes, do you think it's better to just have a bone stock car, go track it, and then see what you need? Or do you think it's more worth it to get one with some modifications already done so then you're set up and then go?
I think it depends because some bone stock cars can go out and do that really, really well. I think, when
PT Cruiser.
It's exactly.
GT.
Iconic.
PT
So
GT.
I think a good example of that is when I had the FRS, it's like I was afraid of beating that car up.
Right,
It's like it was like my
right.
first like newer car I went and bought, and it's like I wanted to get into drifting. I was like, I could just sell it and I could go buy something like a 350 or a 240 or something like that, just for the sole purpose of doing that. I'm not gonna feel bad if it's a little beat up already to beat it up. And it's like I could have went and took that FRS the way that it was. It was just a couple bolt-ons, but even like bone stock, like the GR86, for instance, make fantastic cars for drifting because they're actually capable of doing it. The differential's set up, the balance is really nice.
Yeah.
Like it's got enough power to get the job done. You just air up the rears a little bit. Like you can go out and have a great time. I saw it like crazy a couple years ago when they first came out and like people were just
Interesting.
drifting bone stock ones.
Yeah.
But if you find yourself with a car that's got like an open diff, or it's not set up perfectly for something that's got a really shallow angle or something like that. I think it depends on the platform, but 100% it's possible. 100%.
I think it's better to start with a stock car. I do. I think it's, if you're really trying to jump into getting out on a track or autocross or short course or drifting, I think it's so much easier for you to start with like a clean slate. Go out there, get your baseline, and then figure out what you need, because the result of the modifications feels so much better.
Oh, 100%.
I think you get to see it happen in real time. I think when you start with a car that's already kind of done up, or it's got the racing seat, or it's got the inline hydro, or it has the the wheels and the Fortune Auto 2-ways on it, and you're like, this car is okay.
Yeah.
It's like, but you don't have anything that
you don't. Yeah, what are you comparing it to?
And that's
like
the thing.
Amish using an iPad.
Exactly. Nope, don't guess it.
Okay. With the S2000, I think that's one of the big things I've realized is I've seen people go out and they've bought a car, they'll buy a, let's say an LS swapped 350Z.
Sure.
It's a swap you see commonly enough, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna race it. And I'm like, why? Why would you? Well,
it's fast.
Because it's got an LS and because it's fast. And they're like, and LSs are reliable, so I don't see the problem. I'm like, but it is such it's a whole different world. You have the wrong engine and the wrong chassis. You like go get a stock 350 with the stock engine, or go get a Chevy, or go get a Ford and get it with that, because you get rid of so many like little what ifs, like little issues here and there that start to plague you. And it's like, we get used to them as car enthusiasts, those little things that we tell the new owner about before we kick it on the ass. But it's really nice to be able to get into a car. That's why I think Lars has a really good attitude on that, where he got into a brand new M2 comp.
Yep.
I think he spent like probably upwards of like 50s on it. He spent a lot of money on this car, I think low 60s even. But it's got 80,000 miles. He has tracked that thing like 35, 40 plus times on Road America. He drives the shit out of that car. And the only thing he's ever had to do with it is rotors and pads.
Yeah, it's just
and tires.
your wear and tear items.
Yeah, you put like wheels on it.
And it's like, so when you consider that versus like the alternative, which is whatever the hell we have going on here, it's like I should have just bought an M2 comp,
Almost like a fucking magnet. Look at how these just all start like coming together and hanging out. No, I think that's a good point, because I think there's a lot of people, or a misconception out there, that like, I gotta have my car's gotta be more modified before I take it to autocross or to the track. And it's like, dude, I would say if you have a more performance-oriented vehicle, a higher level trim like a STRS, SI, STI, WRX, like those more performance-oriented car, go take it to the track stock. As long as your maintenance is up to date and your tires are safe, go try it and just do it the way it is.
I try to always tell people, you know how much fun you have in a rental car?
Yeah.
That is what your stock car will feel like when you go out there. And that's the most fun you'll have with it, is when it's at its most stock form, because you're gonna say the tires suck, it rolls like shit, I hate the way this differential
But then you
feels.
know what you need.
Exactly. And you don't ever buy something you think you need. You're always buying what you know you need. And there's a total difference in how you go about it.
It's like, I know these cars are something else too, but it's like, we just went to the BMW performance driving school, and it's like, those are all bone stock cars, and we were having
the most fun I've ever had driving a car.
It's like, they weren't lowered. I think they were just on Continental tires. That was the only thing outside of just being entirely bone stock, and we were having a fucking blast with them. So absolutely.
But I would say there is a small, and I'm just gonna say it, there is a small element of pride in having something
custom
that you can build that's custom, that's more representative of you. Like I do enjoy that.
Get into that 1,000%. But I think people wait. Like, I regret when I got my Supra not just taking it to Road America right away and giving it the way it is. Now the way it is, now I don't want to take it to Road America, because I feel like it's not set up for that.
You gotta undo this, you gotta change this.
So it's like I kind of kick myself. It's like, it's okay to enjoy your car a little bit in stock form, and then get those mods that complement how you want to drive the car.
I think a lot of it is too, and it's you can maybe touch on this too, because I think we have this maybe preconception of what it is. We haven't tried any of these motorsports before. We're just getting into it. We think we know because we're prideful and we're dudes and we've been in cars and we know everything, of course.
Yes.
And it's like we kind of get into it with this preconception of what's needed. And then you actually go in and you get slapped with the rule book for the Grid Life series, and you're like, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh god. It's swapped in turbo. I am in the highest fucking competition series there is.
That was
But I'm going to get smacked around by Mark V Supers all day.
That was the thing when we were at Continental and Ben from Gears and Gasoline was looking at me and he had his like arms full. He's like, "So what class are you in for Time Attack?" And I'm like, I'm in Street Modified. And his eyes, like, he didn't want to give away too much, but I was reading his face so hard and he's just like, oh. And he's like, well, good news. You don't have to worry about like first, second, third,
he let you
fourth.
down really nicely.
He's like, because that's going to be filled with, 850 horsepower Toyota Supras. He goes, but the rest, fair game.
Yeah.
So with that being said, if you guys are looking to build a track car, I think the best kind of track car, I think we can all agree, starting stock.
Get a good baseline.
Get a good baseline.
Any good test has
Build it
good
from there.
baseline.
Yeah, you don't need a new car, but just like a nice stock car.
Don't be ashamed to go buy a stock car. You don't need to go buy one all done up. It's not fun.
No.
That being said, let's take a small break, but not before announcing our next sponsor.
Which is great if you are looking to modify your track car or your daily car, which is Fortune Auto Suspension. Fortune Auto is the second sponsor of MartiniWorks Podcast, and we can't be more happy to have them on board and have them on our cars as well. We don't just go out and pick willy-nilly which brands will give us money to talk about their stuff. We want to work with brands that we trust and we run on our own stuff, and Fortune Auto has been one of those brands for many, many years, and they do an incredible job. So if you're looking for something that you can, weekend warrior, but you still drive every day to and from work and still want a little bit of comfort, the 500's for you.
Perfect.
You got the dedicated track car, the 510s and the two ways on up
Yeah.
are your move. So go check them out at MartiniWorks.com. And thank you so much for sponsoring this podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, people in the chat, let us know where you are. I was reading some comments from the previous podcast that said where they were listening. So I had listening from my day job, listening from the road in my semi, listening in the shower. That one was a little bit weird, but I'll take it. Let us know where you're at in the comments below. We always love to hear it. But we got a couple episodes, couple questions on our weekly segment of breaking news. It was bad, but put up with it.
I just deal with it.
First things first is not breaking news. It's a question for the two gentlemen right next to me.
Yes.
Specifically?
What has been your favorite color on a vehicle that you currently or previously owned?
Amole yellow.
Oh, that's a good one.
On?
The 20th anniversary GTI that I owned. Loved it.
Mine's got to be the hot lava from my FRS.
That was a good color.
I fell in love with that color. I wasn't so sure about it at first. I'm like, man, that's a really out there color. Holy shit, that's bright fucking orange. But like after like throwing some mods on it, and like getting it how I wanted it, dude, I love that color. I miss that car.
What about you, Alex?
Becca's Austin yellow M4 comp.
That is a good color.
Love
That is a
that
good
color.
I feel like it's a tough color to pull off.
It is.
But that car does it really well.
It's really hard because every other accent piece has to be like a gray.
Yeah.
You can't put any color on that car besides gray. Okay, so you guys said that. Somebody said World Rally Blue.
Classic.
WRX in that color
Iconic.
was obviously iconic with those gold BBSs.
Yeah.
1994 Acura NSX in red.
It is a really
Championship
bright
white.
red.
Yeah. I really
I
liked
don't
another.
like the championship
What
white.
about the purple? There was a purple that the Integras came.
Yeah, that was
That
good.
was really sick.
I like the yellow.
I'd say Guards red, black interior, Porsche 911. You can't go wrong with a Guards red 911. Any other cars that you guys really liked?
British Racing Green.
British Racing Green.
Good.
Harlequin.
Can't pick a color, can you?
I love that
Neither
one.
could Volkswagen.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of cars I don't own that I really like the color of. It's like called, I'm trying to remember. It's on the new M240i's, the Thunder Night Metallic.
Oh, that purple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
a really
something
deep
like that.
purple.
It-
Thunder Night Metallic.
Dude, it's weird, but it's something like that. I really like that color.
Thunder Night.
Dude, yeah.
Somebody said my 2010 Civic Si has a red line orange
Oh.
that he really likes. I've
Okay,
never
I think
seen
I know
that
what
color.
I think I know what that one is. Yeah,
My
it's a
Evo
really
10
bright color.
I can't remember the color name, but it was gray. But the flake that was in it was insane. There was so much green and purple flake in the gray, and there's a darker gray. I really like that too. I like that.
Oh, I'm so stupid. Blarg.
That's
Blarg green. 1991 Nissan 240.
Does it come with the rust?
There's no
not
rust on
rust.
that car.
that ain't rusty.
That
There's no
car.
rust?
That car is rust free, brother. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason I've kept it around for as long as I have.
That's
Dude,
insane.
go look at those
All
frame rails.
blarg, no rust.
You could eat off those frame rails.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna expect that after the podcast.
What about spaghetti red?
Techno violet metallic on my E36.
What about piss filled?
Techno.
That's a cool name for a color. I think
Techno violet.
the name is like half the fucking battle.
Is that like the M3 color, right?
Yeah, that's like that purpley.
There's something about the deep purples that just seems to hit all the time because like
even plum crazy.
Yeah, plum crazy. You got, the freaking Nissan midnight purple. You got,
But
Millennium Jade is one of my favorites
that's a good one too, yeah.
Do you think Millennium Jade should be on any other car than a GTR though?
Yeah, I think it looks really, really good on a Dodge Neon. Isn't Halcyon doing Millennium Jade on his?
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. I haven't heard an update on that car in a while. I forgot about that. Yeah, he's doing that.
Anthony, where's your car?
I think it can go on other cars. I really do.
Yeah.
Dude, that car's done. That's gonna break the internet. That car's gonna be so good.
That's a good one. All right, number 2, dead 4-cylinder Supra.
They killed it. Done.
Gone.
Apps.
Done.
I heard the Mark V is gonna, in general, be done.
Yeah. Well,
You think so?
Yeah,
Mark 6.
they're
Next.
How long have they been making the Mark V Supra?
since 2020.
2020.
So like 2019.
5-year run. That's a pretty good run.
Yeah,
They have to be coming out with a successor.
I'm curious
so?
about. I would really like to drive the 4-cylinder Supra. I just want to know.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I don't want it, but I'm curious about it.
That's fair. I just like
Because it's got the Mini Cooper engine in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still turbocharged. And
Yeah, it's still a good car. I feel like I don't know what it is with automotive journalists on the Mark V Supra talking about how they're like, sales are down 50%. It's the worst car in the world. Blah blah blah. As if they haven't been slowly reducing production and prices for like the last year. Like Toyota is deciding they're done with the car. It's not that it's not selling anymore.
Yeah, that's a
Like what's the competition to the Supra even? M2?
Z.
Z.
Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon.
But it's like the closest one, I would say.
Yeah.
I did come to a little bit of a conundrum the other day that I'd like your guys' thoughts on.
Okay, yeah.
So
Skibbity bop, bop,
we've been
yes,
talking
yes.
we've been talking about the new Z and how it's overpriced, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So then I started to look at some of the older Nissans, 370Z, 350Z, 300ZX.
Mm-hmm.
They've all been slightly above price for like the competition. Like they've never been a competitive price from the
Interesting.
dealer.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people, including myself, have been under the belief that this was a special circumstance, that the Z was just slightly overpriced to everything else.
Because of like how the market was.
Because of how the market, every car Nissan's ever
always done
introduced
it.
has always been slightly more. Like an R32 GTR for inflation to now is like a $66,000 car.
Yeah.
Like in today's dollars.
Right,
Like it's they've never been cheap cars. And so I was like thinking about
is
that. I'm
interesting.
like, wait a minute, has there ever been a car that's truly been super
look at the
affordable?
R35 now, though.
That's true. R35's how much? 140?
Yeah.
140?
Well, over 100 for sure.
You remember when those came out and they were
God
like
damn.
80 or whatever it
Yeah,
was?
it was really affordable.
So now I'm just thinking that all Nissans were overpriced. Second-hand car, perfect.
Yeah.
First-hand car, not so much. Which made me think. Which made me think. Actually, this is a good conversation. What do you guys believe? Honestly, Nissan is, I think, a clear winner here. But what brand, what model makes an excellent, if not perfect, second-hand car?
Second. So like when I buy this car, it's the perfect one to buy used.
Yep.
Like from
It's-
like a one
it's
owner.
Probably
It's-
Mercedes.
It's four years in. 4
You
years
get the most
in.
bang for your buck for that one.
Yeah, it's 4 years in,
Appreciates like
30,000
60K.
miles. You know, you're jumping into it. You got a deal.
I think honestly, because
Back check. Posture check.
Oh, yeah, I was slouching.
possibly like the Type R's,
I would say
because like
never
50
buy a car new.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is secondhand car, right?
I'm
You're
saying,
not
like,
buying a new.
yeah. But it's like, you're talking like mid 40s, 50K with like, all whatever's going on for like a Type R. It's a lot of money for a Civic. Like it's a good Civic. It's a lot of money for a Civic. But when you can get it for like 35, 40 afterwards,
Okay, let me flip the script
pretty
here.
But
good.
you didn't even answer the question.
Because I'm having trouble understanding it.
Okay.
Every car I believe you should buy secondhand. Every single one. There's not. What car do you believe you should buy new? Right out of the gate, right from the factory, fresh off the fucking showroom floor.
If you could,
Yep. Well, what one do you think should? You shouldn't buy it secondhand.
I think
See, it gets a little trickier when you
it
do
is.
it like that.
It is.
I would say TTRS.
That was
Really?
so specific.
Really?
Okay.
Why?
Because the TTRS is a really great car. I don't know how it's flown under the radar so hard, but
are they still making that car right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Good. Yeah, I don't-
TTRS is a really great car, but the tolerances are really high, which means if something goes wrong, it's very expensive to repair. But it's, I think, a well-priced car in the market segment that you're in. You're pretty much getting a better, smaller BMW with a whole bunch of goodies in it. It's like a mini R8. So I would say like a TTRS.
I think that's a really good one. Everything that was coming to my mind was like, obviously it'd be a ton of money, but it's like if you are out there and you are going to like buy like, you know, like let's say like a Porsche or something like that, and it's like this is your first, like you made it, you made the big time, you're gonna go treat yourself, you're gonna go get like that Porsche you always want. It's like I feel like you should go buy that one brand new. Because it's like you can spec it out exactly how you want. Because trying to find, I feel like a secondhand one that's going to fit your spec specifically is going to be a little tougher.
That's
but
true.
if it's like if you go buy out and it's like, man, I've been wanting this thing my whole life. I can finally do it. I can finally afford it. We're going to go make it happen. You know, get the one that you truly, truly want and go spec it out to like how you like it.
That's the thing with new cars, though. You have to drive them to get what you would want out of the price immediately. You can't hold on to them, at least in the normal world.
No, everything.
The
What would you-
correct answer was the Mark IV Supra because you would have made a lot of money.
Yeah. Damn, what the hell was I doing when I was unborn? When should have been buying fucking tuner cars
And a house.
and a house.
Save
and
your
starting
money.
a business.
Stop eating out.
Yeah.
Buy Mark IVs instead.
Now,
I think,
I'd say in general, buying a car new off the lot, I know
You're gonna lose your
touchy
ass.
subject, but
yeah, you're going to lose your ass.
as soon as it, like, it's not just a saying, like, as soon as it leaves the lot, you lost money. Like, it's just the way it is. So I've learned that lesson. I bought a new car before, and yeah, I regretted it. I think it's always best if you can.
Was that the Impreza?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can find a clean second owner car, that is like
Perfect.
the ideal
Yeah.
state. Like I got my Mark V, I'm second owner. I got it with 9,000 miles. Like that was perfect for me.
That was the same with the FRS. It was a lease car. Guy leased it for like how many ever years. When the Toyota 86 came out before the GR 86, it was Scion was done. Toyota 86 came out with a facelift. He traded it in his lease for that one. Had like 16,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
It was like a one owner technically because it was a lease car. And I got a fucking steal on that.
Yeah.
That's
It
like
was so good.
those are one of the best deals is people who come in and they roll over a lease into a new car from an old car. Because I noticed like Porsche does this a lot. Like Brandon Doister just got 2020 or 2022 Porsche Cayenne
Yeah.
GTS on a certified pre-owned like lease program. And the amount of money that he's paying the same amount of money on a monthly payment for that car, that mid six figure, like $140,000, $150,000 car, as I did with my Nissan.
Damn.
Puts it in perspective. Yeah.
it's
What's your thoughts
wild.
on leasing a vehicle?
I-
I've never done it.
I've never done it either. My thoughts on it's like if it's just something that just I need as a fucking like utility, like this is my SUV because I got a family and we're doing nothing to it and I just need a mode of transportation for the family to use. Fucking 100% I could see that being done because it's like a lot of times you get a lot of the maintenance stuff taken care of by like the dealership because you're required to bring it in like so many times as part of like the lease agreement and things like that. So it's like you never really have to worry about anything going wrong. It typically is covered if you've got like a good agreement. I've never done it. I always used to be like, that's the dumbest thing ever. I would always own my cars. But like as I get older and like sometimes just need a vehicle to do vehicle things, I think it makes a little more sense.
The lease deals on trucks is always insane.
Yeah.
Because when Becca and I were looking at a normal truck, I was looking at like what the new Ford F-150s and even like the Chevy has like a turbo 6-cylinder now that can tow 14,000 pounds. So I was looking at that and the lease programs are super competitive, like super easy and $280 a month. And
You ain't got to worry about selling it.
Yeah, exactly.
Give it
Just
back when you're done.
My term's up. Here you go.
Yeah, I remember hearing like Kia used to have a really crazy lease program. I think it was when they were really trying to get their name out there, but like you could lease it. It was dirt cheap every month. And all the oil changes during that time, like you said, they were free because they're included. They're part of they want you to do it. They want you to take care of the car while you have it because you're giving it back. So it's like you don't have to do any maintenance and you can just have a car and you make a low payment.
That made me remember that I have to call Nissan to get the rest of my oil change program thing back.
Yeah, you were thinking about that.
Thanks for
I
reminding me.
probably won't ever lease a car though. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'd say my opinion on it has changed a little bit, but
I don't think leasing is something for us more than it is probably something for like people who treat a car like they treat an
A
oven.
tool. Yep.
Yeah, it's a tool.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not buying cool ovens?
I bought a cool oven.
See?
Yeah, see? Did you mod your oven yet?
No, but it does have an app.
Slam it.
We were talking.
Are you going to crack it?
We were talking about Kia lease programs. It brought a lot of memories flooding back. There was growing up in northern Wisconsin, like I did when Kia was like first making like its big waves.
We'll see ya in a Kia.
Yeah, no, it was you might have got hit with these. You were closer to their Kia of Duluth. Nice, dude. They would run these. The Kia dealership in Duluth would run these fucking. They must have paid out the ass for like all
the time.
these radio ads that they would run, and they would always do these. Like they got on this streak with like these Arnold Schwarzenegger like impression ones, and he's like, "Go now to Kia Duluth," and I would hear that shit constantly. I'm like, dude, Kia's fucking killing it. They got Arnold Schwarzenegger promoting their cars, dude. That just came back. I was like, holy fuck, I haven't heard that in so long.
That goes to show just like how impressionable you are as a child to remember that ad as a fully
Dude, I'd be
grown
like
adult.
I'd be out like our
Like he's gonna go get a Kia at that Duluth dealer.
like your guys' ads are top notch, dude.
You'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
That's a good ad. God damn.
Dude, it was so funny because like, dude, we'd be working out in our shop and we would just have like the radio on and stuff, dude. Fucking just constantly back to back to back. I'm like, damn.
I think it's one last thing before we go. It reminds me of I was talking to the guys over at BBS and they were talking about how they get inquiries pretty regularly, and we even had one ourselves at Martini Works because we got BBS now.
Yeah,
they were like, "Yeah, I've seen your wheels since I played like Need for Speed.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted your wheels." And I was like thinking about that and how like
That's so cool.
far-fetched that seemed to me. And then I remember I bought the Volt GTCs because of Underground.
Yeah.
I wanted those wheels so bad as a kid. And then I finally bought them from Driver Motorsports. And I'm like, holy shit, that's totally right. All the things I wanted as a kid, I bought like as an adult.
Yeah.
So
it's like a 20-year marketing plan.
hopefully the business is still there.
Yeah, I think we were kind of talking about that. They were like, "Holy shit!" You know, it's like, yeah, that's right. And we were saying like, dude, some marketing guy pitched that back in like 2004. It's like, guys, it's gonna make us so much money. And now 20 years later, it's finally happening.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because like right away they seen literally nothing from
No.
it. I promise those 12-year-olds were not buying BBS wheels,
no, I wasn't.
but now they are.
Exactly.
I'm not.
So with that being said, thank you so much for listening on the MartiniWorks podcast. If you haven't yet, be sure to go check out our Instagram as well. We push a whole bunch of really unique content out there, stuff that we're doing in the shop, new products, things like that. It means the world if we get you a follow over there. And of course, if you're looking for car parts, mod your car at MartiniWorks.com.
Yeah, if you follow us already on Instagram, go check out the page. Go comment that you came from the pod, and I'll like it.
Or the potty.
Potty.
Poddy.
You don't actually have to listen to the podcast to say that you came from the potty.
Well, how else
letting
would
you
they know?
You can say I'm on the.
How else would they know to do that?
Because sometimes people are just on the potty and they just let us know. People let us know things that we don't need to know in the comment section
I didn't ask
all the time. I've read through the comments and be like, man, just took a 40-minute dump. That was a great video. I'm like, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Potty on the potty. I like it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We love you. Bye.
Legs fell asleep looking at.
Lights are off. Motion sensor needs a kick in.